All right, so we are back with something a little different than I've ever played before on the channel. I have played a red-white land destruction deck. I have played a red-white prison deck, commonly known as Sun and Moon, but I've never played an actual factual brew from the one and only Ice 9. So for anyone who's not aware, Ice 9 is a player on Magic Online who frequently plays these red-white Ponza piles. And I call them Ponza because we have a staggering 12 3-mana land destruction spells and 4 Boom Bust. So it's a heavily red shell. That is a Magus of the Tabernacle, Alex, which I'll get to in a second. We're combining these cards with Mana Tithe, which is Force Spike in Modern, but it's white. We have Oust as a removal spell, as well as Lightning Bolt. We have Suppression Field. This is a powerful prison card in Modern because this says activated abilities cost 2 more to activate unless they're mana abilities. This includes fetch lands, planeswalkers, all manner of nonsense. So it really messes with a lot of decks in ways that they don't anticipate a lot of the time. We have Ghostly Prison for 2 and a white. It's an enchantment that says creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. So that's going to be very useful in a large number of situations. And then our actual only real win conditions are up here. We've got 2 copies of Magus of the Tabernacle. So this is 3 and a white. It's a 2/6 creature, human wizard. It says all creatures have, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this creature unless you pay 1. This is an homage to the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale, a well-known land card that is playable only in Legacy and Vintage, I suppose. And then we have Goblin Dark-Dwellers, 3 red menace. When Goblin Dark-Dwellers enters the battlefield, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell will be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So this allows us to flash back one of our Stone Rains or Molten Rains. And then in terms of new cards, we've got Valakut Awakening hanging out here, 2 copies. This can be played as a tapped red land, or it's an instant for 2 in a red that says put any number of cards on from your hand on the bottom of your library, then draw that many cards plus 1. So this allows you to wheel yourself and dig towards win conditions or potentially other things that you need. But really, this deck has a small amount of interaction, a huge amount of mana denial and disruption, and a little splish splash, just a splash of win conditions here. So I'm interested to see how this is going to go. Our sideboard is interesting to try to figure out. So let's see if we can do so in a modern league. Alex, the only thing I'm drinking right now is coffee. I have just completed 9 days of not drinking alcohol. I'm going to make it to 28. I did this last year, and it's just like a little ritual experiment thing that I don't know. I guess it's only the second year that I'm doing it, but it just feels like a healthy thing to do every now and then, is just like go dry for a couple of weeks and see how your body reacts. I don't want to be beholden to any substances of any kind at any point in my life, and I feel like I have a distinctly non-addictive personality. There are some things that have gone on in my life that have meant this was a little bit harder to do than last time, but so we're on the play. We really like that. And we have Mana Tithe into Stone Rain and Pillage. I have to think that this is just about ideal. We're going to play Battlefield Forge on 1, Sacred Foundry on 2, Cascading Cataracts on 3. So that said, Alex, please come on down to Oakville, or the next time I get a chance, I'm going to make you all sorts of awesome beverages. I've got homemade orgeat, I've got homemade caramel syrup, pumpkin spice syrup, pumpkin pie syrup, and those are different. But it's going to be a good time. Egg white whiskey sour. I know that one very well. No problem. I've got an atomizer loaded with Angostura bitters. So if you want some torched Angostura bitters, I can do that for you. If you want instead an eyedropper with some sort of latte art-esque designs on there instead, we can do that too. It's your drink of choice. It's a classy drink. It's I would associate that with you. All right, well, looks like we're just gonna start dropping some pillages and some stone rains. So we're gonna do it this way. We don't have to take 1 damage. See ya. Boosh. So let's see if they have an Ice Fang Quattle. Gin slushy? Are you cereal? Do you really mean like gin slushy? Like, what is that? Because I love a blended mango daiquiri as much as the next gal. Yes, please send me the recipe. Throw it in chat, man. Just tell me ounces, tell me rough numbers, I'll figure it out. Incoming PM, alright. Yo, DM me that recipe, dog. I need those secret specs. Ella Domri's Call. Very well. And they got Sakura Tribe Elder. All right. The opponent is gonna try to ramp away from my land destruction, which definitely not my favorite thing to see. But we have Stone Rain effects a poppin', and then we've got our Mana Tithe coming up. So. Oh my god, is this on a bar napkin? This is amazing. This is the way that a recipe should be. Holy crap, that is hard to read. No. Denied. 1 small frozen lemonade, 1 small frozen orange juice, 2 cups green or black tea, 3 cups of cold water, 2.5 cups of gin, 1 cup of pineapple juice. Freeze it. Okay, so this is like a punch that you blend afterwards, huh? That's kind of cool. All right, so we're gonna sack the Sunbaked Canyon. We got Goblin Dark-Dwellers. That's going to be great next turn. So we'll play Cascading Cataracts. Play Ghostly Prism. My 80-year-old neighbor's recipe. You mix it in a tub you can freeze. Freezes into ice you can put in a glass, pour Sprite. Oh, yeah. I gotcha. Ooh. Yeah, you love to see that bounce land. This is a pretty unfortunate matchup for us, though. Though the Oust is a good draw. So Flagstones comes into play untapped. So no problem here. Play our Goblin. Get our Pillage. I'm going to go ahead and take the sort of riskier line, I'll say, and kill the Selesnya Sanctuary. If they have a Primeval Titan in hand, this means they need some pretty specific sequence to be able to get me with the Bog right after I got them with the Dark-Dwellers. That's nice. They would have needed a pretty specific sequence to get to Primeval Titan there. Okay, let's see if we can't pick up a Stone Rain. Suppression Field. Not super good here, but you never know what you're going to be messing with on the opponent's side of the board. We're going to crack in for 4. Basically no danger here. We want to get this game over with ASAP. This creature has Menace, so if they want to not take any damage, they are going to have to lose their Dryad. Oh, or they're playing Path to Exile. I guess that's an option. Good thing we had one more of our basics. And only one more, though. We'll play the Suppression Field. Yeah, we'll hold on to this Oust in case of a Primeval Titan, but things are not looking good for the good guys here. I love this stuff, just requires time to make it. Hey, man. If you, if you want someone who's willing to put in the time, that'll be me. That said, sometime, well, for my birthday, which is going to be right after I'm after I start drinking again, my birthday comes up like just a couple days later, and I will definitely be making a big thing of punch. Okay, so we're going to play Flagstones of Trokair, basically just to thin our library here a little bit. I don't have anything else to do, unfortunately. We're just flooding out. From this point, I probably actually should just hold all the extra cards I pick up. I have more than enough mana to do... All right. Sorry about that. My laptop is having some problems, and if this continues, I'm gonna have to drop the stream. Unfortunately, it was giving me was only giving me issues earlier when I was using my digital audio workstation to edit the podcast while doing other things at the same time. So I think my computer might be on some wobbly footing, which is super unfortunate. Okay, so back in the game. Hopefully we don't have more problems. Magic Online's doing its classic thing. There we go. All right, we're back. Skyclave Apparition. And that's going to exile my Ghostly Prison. That's a shame. But I will be able to oust that and get a 3/3 to block here. So, oh, no, oust is a sorcery. All right, so I won't be able to do that the way I thought I would. Oh, Magus. That'll work. Okay, so first... Do I even want to oust that? Yeah, I guess I do. Let's play with Magus. And then we will... I don't know. Yeah, I guess I want the Ghostly Prison back. Oh, wait. No, that's not how that works. It's all good. All good. All good. Hopefully my little laptop pulls through. I have used it hard in the 3 years that I've had it now. Yeah. It's not bad. Wasn't an expense I was looking forward to. So my opponent played a Vesuva again, got themselves another Flagstones, which causes the legend rule to happen, and then they get to search up another land. However, each of these zombies is costing them one mana right now, and costs them 2 mana to attack with, so they're not going to be attacking anytime soon. Okay, pay 1, yes. Okay, pay 1, yes. Mana Tithe, not super useful here. Alright, just pass the turn. This does not have flying, right? Yeah. And they shuffled, so they're actually not going to draw the Skyclave Apparition necessarily right now. So let's see what they did draw. Come on, use everything. I want to get you with this turn 10 Mana Tithe. Ramming up Excavator. Well, that sucks. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to do anything about it. Alright. Yeah, and they can just do this with Flagstones all day long, or get another field. Although the way this is working with... Oh, the Blast Zone. Shoot. They had a Blast Zone in their graveyard. I don't know how that got there. You're... Yeah. And there's no... I did not get that Ghostly Prison back. I did get a 3/3, which means I'm only taking 2 damage here, but... Looks like this one may have gotten a little beyond me. And yield. Well, all right. It's gonna take them a minute to get this going, but at least it's not a paper event where we have to be all weird about missed triggers and such. Oh, and I didn't realize, yeah, that's how they were able to do that last turn. So they have Ramming Up Excavator and Dry to the Elysian Grove going, so they get to play 2 lands per turn out of their graveyard. This is pretty much like the nightmare deck for my archetype to play against, I think. Needs more Ghostly Prison. I mean, we're going to sideboard in more, but because they had this Skyclave Apparition, like, they just got to, you know, derp their way through it. Like, it's like, oh, yeah, it's O-Ring on a reasonable creature, so, you know. Not no difficulty, which I'm glad that white has a very playable, like, you know, O-Ring creature like that. Like, I'm glad that that exists, but it definitely given a good boost to the power level of white, which perhaps begs the question why we're not playing it. But did I always yield? Always yield. I swear I did that earlier. Hey, we got Boom Bust. So it's more than a little unfortunate because they have Ramming Up Excavator. So this isn't even going to keep me alive, so let's just scoop this one up and move on to the next. So that was a tad unfortunate. They just had a good sequence in the early game. Our Suppression Field came up too late. We had a Ghostly Prison before the Suppression Field, which did not work out for us. I think we could use more Lightning Bolts. Maybe not. Because the fact that they had the Ram It Up Excavator exactly when they did was a serious pain. That said, Boil sounds like a lot of fun. And so does the other Ghostly Prison. So, what are we cutting? Obviously, my first instinct, because I want to cut 3 cards, is the 3 Suppression Fields. I think they're actually better here than it looked like. We just, they came up at the wrong time. And Mana Tithe on the play seems good. So, let's cut a Stone Rain. Maybe 2 Stone Rains, because I do want to have Boom Bust to see if I can knock down their turn 1 land, especially if they have the Grazer. Maybe we just want to go Bolts out and just hope the Ousts are enough. Just try to be a little conservative with them. This is definitely going to be a hard matchup, and they start landing creatures. It's difficult. The problem is a lot of their creatures are too big for Lightning Bolt. Dryad is too big for Lightning Bolt. Titan is obviously way too big for Lightning Bolt. I'm going to try it this way. Let's see if this works. Because turn 2 Suppression Field can essentially turn off or severely limit what their Sakura Tribe Elders can do. Can shut down fetch lands. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that card does. That is not good enough. It's also not good enough. Opponent also mulled. I'll go again. Really looking for. There we go. This is what we were looking for. So Mana Tithe is really only good if they have Grazer here. We're definitely going to keep this. We're going to ship the Ghostly Prison. I want to keep the Suppression Field because it is a turn 2 play. So we're going to ship Pillage, I guess. Yeah. This is what we got. Godspeed, little doodle. Opponent mulled to 6, so not quite as good as it could have been, but and our opponent is also naturally playing. Our opponent is naturally playing Flagstones of Trokair in their deck, which is a pain in the butt for my land destruction deck to deal with. Go figure. Yeah, it seems like they're really on like the natural foil to what our whole strategy is. So here's hoping they don't have Steve. Oh, Flagstones. Okay, and they didn't float the mana first, which I guess means they're not going anywhere with this turn. So as long as we drew an untapped land, which we did do, then that means they're not going anywhere with this turn either, which I like. Am fan. All right, let's just keep ripping the hot fire. Let's do that. I like the plan. Because that Flagstones, I'm not killing that Flagstones. That stone is flaggy. Ooh, no. I mean, I guess it doesn't really. Yeah, that's not particularly relevant, actually. Shoot. We do need to hit 3 or 4 mana eventually, so let's go ahead and Bite the bullet now. Plus this means we are freed up to sack this Sunbaked Canyon and draw a card. And still play Mana Tithe this turn. Our opponent's deck is on like 28 lands though, so oh, come on. Oh. All right. Yeah. Moving on. I don't need to see any more of that. We're not beating that hand with that hand. Oof. Flagstones and Vesuvas. Well, sometimes you run into something in Modern that's just the 80-20. You're not going to win every matchup. Alright, let's roll. Lord Zidane is our opponent. But this hand is unkeepable. Boy, my internet's being a little chonky. Woof. Alright, going to 5. I don't know. I mean, it's not great, but, you know. Pitch the Dark-Dwellers, pitch the Sacred Foundry? Yeah. And let's roll. So let's hope this is like an Oops All Spells deck, and oh god. Humans. The humans shouldn't be too bad, except that that's uncounterable. Alright, well. Maybe they will slip up their sequencing somewhere. I don't know that they have any activated abilities for me to play this against, so let's just leave that be. Well, I could Mana Tithe that, but second Hierarch? Jeez. Oh. Good thing I have this lightning bolt. Boop. Ah, well, so yeah. Let's just get this sucker down. Vile and Cracking Canopy lands. I mean, you're not wrong. It's just like, it's not, certainly it's not going to come up right now. And it wasn't, it was, I think it was a better usage of my time on the turn where I sat back. Although, we'll see. Perhaps I am corrected. Alright, so they can pay 2 mana to crack in for 3 right now. Man, they're hitting a lot of those canopy lands, so yeah. I mean, I'm not yeah. Alright, you can take my Mana Tithe now. This is fine. And I'm going to get hit for 4. Yeah, and I currently cannot crack my Sunbaked Canyon. I should have done it before I played the Suppression Field. That's alright. Ah! Take 1 damage, nerd. Boom bust. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any of my lands that synergize with this, so I'm just going to yield through this turn and I mean, I guess I have Sunbaked Canyon, and if I didn't have the Suppression Field in play, I could actually do the play that I'm seeing here. But unfortunately, Meddling Mage. Sure. What is this going to name? I wonder. You know, we're really good right now. Anger of the Gods. Card would be great. Yeah, it's pretty much what I expected. Yeah, that's... Alright. We're almost dead. Generally speaking, I think it's a good thing when they're sacking their canopy lands in this matchup, because it means they're not going to have enough mana to get through all the ghostly prisons, but they had a very mana-rich draw this game, which just really worked out well for them. Okay, let's see what we can do with our sideboard here. Honestly, not too much. So, Ghostly Prison and 2 Lightning Bolts. Feel like I could go wholly out on the Suppression Fields. I don't know if that's right, but it feels pretty alright. So that's what I'm going to do. Trinisphere is in my sideboard. It's not really good in this matchup. Tobago Sphere would be great, but I obviously couldn't get my hands on that one. All right. Well, I get to keep my first hand. That's pretty good. You jumped on the Omnath and all formats wagon. I played Omnath in a league earlier this week that I did not stream, and then I streamed a 4-color Omnath deck. Right, Aether Vial. Right, yeah, definitely should have maybe left in the Suppression Fields. You did mention the Aether Vials, and I just goofed, and yeah. Because even if I get them off of all their lands now, they can just go through entirely on Aether Vial. Although they can't attack through Ghostly Prison with only an Aether Vial, so that's something. If I could hit my next land, that would be gravy. Champion's fine. But yeah, I mean, Omnath is obviously right up my alley, right? Paying costs. Let's bolt this before there's a Meddling Mage in play. Thalia's Lieutenant? Thalia. The Queen. Yikes. Okay. Once again. Now we can pillage the Aether Vial, but quickly running out of removal here, as in I have run out already. So I'm wondering if they have the Meddling Mage back up here, so they can call, I guess, Pillage or Ghostly Prison. It'll be interesting to see what they choose. Probably Prison, yeah. Okay. Red, white, Ponza letting me down just like I would assume that it would. Blue, green, huh? Oh, okay. It's not actually blue, green. Yeah, I think we're done here. Yeah, I think we're done here. Unfortunate. Moving on. All right, let us get into another one. All right, winning a die roll is nice. So I think we have to mulligan to some kind of land destruction. 4 lands seems sketchy. Okay. I guess I'm keeping this and shipping Magus. We'll find a win condition by the time we need one. I'm in the Iganjo Castle bracket. All right. Well, little Stone Rain will take care of that one. Jeez. All right. Silent Clearing. Here we go. Daxos, blessed by this. I wonder if this is one of those wacky devotion shells. Well, whatever it is, we're going to take out that Silent Clearing. No more card draw for you. Also, taking out their black mana, which hopefully guarantees my Stone Rain will resolve. So, okay. But do they have another land? They do. Damn. Wind Brisk Heights. So, this is Hideaway. Enters the battlefield tapped, and then they look at the top 4 cards of their library, exile 1 face down. And if they attack with 3 or more creatures, they can pay 1 white, tap, and play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. So it's pretty cool. Or it would be if it wasn't going to get Stone Rained. Which it is. It won't do, Clarice. Boop. See ya. I could have played Magus of the Tabernacle there. I think I'd rather have them on as few lands as possible. Like, if they play a second land this turn and another creature, then Magus guaranteed gets a kill next turn, which is pretty hot. That's hot. Oh, I don't have my soundboard up because I'm a goofball, and I forgot that I'm having fun right now, which I definitely am, by the way. I got the Kabira Plateau / Kabira Takedown. Neat. Alright, well, let's go ahead and play this Magus of the Tabernacle. Ah, no! They're gaining life! On the plus side. No! Oh, man, come on! What is with everyone today and the instantaneous path to exiles? Ugh. Nobody wants to be having any fun here. Oh man, and the Soul Sisters deck is playing... Pardon? The Soul Sisters deck is playing a freaking land, like a what is MDFC, modal double face card, which is like, that's a nightmare for me. And there's an Archon of Emeria. Wonderful. Well, at least I'm going to limit the beatdown after this turn. Also, I can get rid of the Archon if I feel like it. Archon doesn't really help against my deck all that much. Well, I could destroy all the lands, but that would be best done after I get this Ghostly Prison down, I think. And I sack my Sunbaked Canyon, hopefully. So let's play the Ghostly Prison. And then... Oh, I can't do anything afterwards, because I've already played a spell. But that's okay. So they're not going to be able to beat me down to full value, and then I'm going to be able to Armageddon. So we'll start stockpiling some lands if we can do that. Perfect. Castle Ardenvale, so they committed a 4th land to the board that's going to die with everything else. Okay, I step away from 1 second. What's going on? We're playing against Soul Sisters is what's going on. And we are gonna we're gonna give them the business in a second. What's up, Soul Saras? I played Belcher earlier this week. So non-basics. Well, let's oust that, because I didn't hit another land. So clearly I should have... What is the land beside Iganjo? This is Kabira Plateau, which is the flip side of Kabira Takedown. And then we've got Emeria Shattered Skyclave as well. So they're playing a whole bunch of the MDFCs. I will let them attack for 3 if they are willing to spend all their mana to do so. And we just need to hit 1 more land. Just 1. Well, I'm glad you love this deck, Soul Saras. Soul's Attendant, sure. You'd rather play Soul's Attendant than attack me for an extra point of damage. Interesting. Aha. So that will flip. So if we don't draw a land this turn, we're just going to hit it with 2 land destruction spells. Yeah. She'll keep us alive. So, boom. Boom, baby. They can, let's see, we'll take out their, this is Castle Ardenvale. Voted most valuable land in their deck. What is MDFC is modal double-faced card. And Mark Rosewater has said on his Drive to Work podcast that they will be referring, in R&D at least, to the cards that transform, that actually like flip back and forth in their play, as TDFCs, or transforming double-faced cards. They pathed their own creature so they can attack with 2 creatures. MDFC, yeah, I still wouldn't have gotten that. Oh, it's all good. There's nothing wrong with questions like that. I mean, there's so many acronyms and short forms and different names in Magic that it's like you can't expect everyone to know all of them. There we are. So, shock myself and cast Bust. So, for anyone who's not aware, Armageddon, baby! Would I like to use my Flagstones? But yes, please. Oh, there was only one more left. I'd like to pay 2 life. No, I'm good. I'm at 3, I'm good. So, did you stockpile any lands, opponent? They did not. Suppression Field. Alright. Uh-oh. Hope you have enough red sources. Yeah, I definitely do. Okay, let's oust Daxus now. So that guarantees that one of their draws, not this turn, the turn coming out. Okay, so they definitely don't have a land coming. So if I hit another land, we're in real safe space. Okay, if I hit another land, we're in real safe space. But my opponent, this is the turn they draw Daxos. So they definitely didn't get a land there. There we go. And then all we need to do now is find Magus of the Tabernacle. You thought 1 Ghost Quarter was a problem. What about 2 Ghost... Oh god, they're never coming back. Game over. Oh, you're just milling yourself, opponent. You're just bringing yourself closer to death. Oh lord, yeah, they're definitely not coming back. 16 Stone Rains. Not coming back from 16 Stone Rains. Let me tells you. Oh, got a win condition. Alright, just need to draw enough lands for it. Do you see their 6 sequence there where they didn't play it until their second main phase? Maybe I was gonna F6 through my own turn and not land destruction. Oh, they got more! It's okay, I did too. Oh, now we got a Mana Tithe. Oh, I need the clip of Cusco. Boom, baby! Do you like 4-color Wambo pile? Well, it's all white and it's doing great. Is it just Taxes? Because Taxes is apparently a pretty reasonable deck right now. Oh, all but white. I like all but white. Got it. I played it on my stream. I played 4-color Omnath. I assume you're talking about like an Omnath deck. Yeah. I like that deck a lot. It's really, really fun. The version with white is also great. They're coming back. They're gonna make it. Are you gonna try to attack me? There's 2 ghostly prisons, friend. Pay 4. That didn't work. No, I'm just saying I've played both versions. I've played the whitelist version and the blacklist version of Uro Omnath piles, and they're both great. That's all I was saying, Wambo. That's all I was saying. Hey, my opponent seems a little frustrated about that last attack, where they couldn't attack through my 2 ghostly prisons. Do you think they're going to enjoy the 3rd one? Alright, see you, dude. Why aren't you playing the Daxos in your hand, opponent? I know you have one. Oh, I should have hit their silent clearing there. Are they just passing on every turn? Maybe they don't actually think that I have a way to win the game. I very much do. Yeah, they're just passing through all their turns. They've got all their stops turned off. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Did not bolt themselves. Maybe they think my win condition is something stupid. Silent clearing costs 5 to crack. Yeah, you're right. No, I'm definitely leaving the clearing because it's just dealing them damage now. Oh, there we go. Win condition engaged. Shields up, weapons online. Land? Oop, not yet. Man, I'm actually going to start having to play spells here. No, I don't like this. Castle Ardent Veil costs 8 mana to make a 1/1 right now. Ajani's Pridemate. Let's kill that Soul Warden. I guess I should have just Mana Tithe this first, but maybe I'll just make them think that it's going to resolve. I guess in theory I should not have played the Mana Tithe there because it tipped them off that I actually play that card, which they hadn't seen before this, so. Tithe for Rubbins. Yeah, I guess so, but like on a purely strategic basis, I think it was probably not a smart play. That said, we should be a little bit careful because they had a Path to Exile earlier. And I'm assuming they're playing the full 4 or at least 3, which I want to keep my Mana Tithe for that, and I need to just make sure that I don't run out of win conditions because I have so few. That said, yeah, here comes, yeah. So this is why I should not have Mana Tithe the Pridemate, but it's okay. Tithe or bolt the Pridemate with the stacks on the trigger. Yeah. So we should have bolted the Pridemate because like the 1/1 Soul Wardens are not going to matter ever, but Pridemate could get big enough that actually causes issues. The thing is, as soon as I have 1 more mana, just Oust on your turn. Yeah, that's true. Flagstones, perfect. Alright, so this should be pretty much locked up now. Dark-Dwellers, more than meets the eye. So, Pillage. Hey, they scooped! Well, it only took 30 turns, but we got there. Alright, so bolts seem good. On the draw, we want the Gemstone Caverns. And then Ghostly Prison, because I'm assuming they'll have a way to get through that. I think Suppression Field is okay to go out here. And then let's send a Valakut Awakening, because I'm bringing in another land. And I think that's about as good as it gets here. Let's riggedy roll. Have you been able to find a way to beat Klothys? These styles of decks always feel like they die to Klothys. Is it just Rip? Yeah, I guess Rip would be a really good way to do that. I haven't played too many matches with this, so I would assume that that's a big deal. And having Rest in Peace in the sideboard plus Ghostly Prison in the main means if we run into Oops All Spells or the Spy Venge Spy version of the landless deck, that we actually have some play, which is nice. Also, Suppression Field would stop them from getting back their Salvage Titan. Tried to play a Lantern deck and scooped to turn 2 Klothys because I didn't have any way to beat it. Yeah, so that's an interesting thought. I want to try Abzan Lantern Control with Kaya in the main deck right now. With the way the meta is, I feel like that's a good inclusion. So yeah, I want to try Lantern this week because on my podcast, or on the podcast that I'm on with Jiggy Wiggy and Brian, we're talking about prison decks this week, and I definitely want to play Lantern as one of them. And I think I want to do Abzan Lantern with main deck Surgicals, Kaya's, and discard. You want to brew that? Brewed an Emery Karn version. Emery Karn also sounds great. I just want to try Abzan because the green-black Lantern deck that I played most recently was, I think, the best Lantern control deck I've played in a while. Thought Ashiok would be an interesting idea. I mean, maybe. But the thing is, Kaya Orzhov Usurper actually helps a lot against things like Prowess, which, you know, are kind of a big deal right now. So when Emery's the only creature you... Ooh, we got Gemstone. So this means on turn 1, I have 2 mana, with which I can do absolutely nothing. But I can Mana Tithe on their turn 1. So we're definitely going to keep this. And I have a Valakut Awakening, so actually I do... So, strangely, I'm going to exile Magus of the Tabernacle here. Which is wild, but I think it's the right thing to do. Stops them from searching when you don't want them to. I mean, I understand that. It's 3 mana and it doesn't affect the board. So like, I mean, you probably have to be pretty committed to already having them locked up. Like, what is that? Like a 2 of, 1 of? Perfect draw. Valakut Stoneforge. Okay. The turn 0 Mana Tithe, by the way. That was sick. Just dead. Ruined Halo. You have protection from the chosen card name. Uh-oh. That needs to be clipped. Clip it. I can't clip it. I'm streaming. The chosen card is Stone... You don't... This is not... the other card you're thinking of, opponent. Yeah, they should have named one of my, creatures that will kill them. But instead, they named Stone Rain. So, yeah. I just wanted them to know immediately that they fucked up. I mean, why pull the punch, Let them know right away. You screwed up. You're... fancy planes. I say fancy. I mean, I actually like those planes a lot, but your unstable planes won't save you now. They should have chosen Molten Rain. They clearly would have not taken the damage. They would have. That's not how it works. Not how any of these things work. Would you like to attack me for 1? Sure, you got me. No extra land. Good, good, good. Ah, more ghostly prisons. This is what we like to see. Why would they would still take the damage? They would. So so the acronym for protection is DEBT. DEBT. Oh no, you're right. Huh. Yeah, no, I'm just being an idiot. But I love the first thing came out of my mouth was like, the first thing in debt is damage. Literally the first thing, Zach. Literally the first thing. So yeah, no, that actually would prevent the damage, I guess. I was thinking since it wasn't targeted, that it would still, but no, that's not how that works. You're right. D for damage. Can't be damaged, even if it's untargeted. Yeah. I'm just an idiot. Don't worry about me. It's the lockdown. I'm telling you, it's the lockdown. We're not in lockdown. We're in very light quarantine at this point. Yeah, let's just keep them on. This few lands passable. Boop. Your judge dad would be sad. I know. Blast Act a TNN or Progen. No. Yeah, and if you stomp like a player on the same turn with Bone Crusher Giant, and their true name blocked one of your creatures, it will die. as long as the damage hasn't been dealt yet. So it looks like we might get our first match win in the Soul Warden bracket. Soul Sisters. I love how Stomp works that way. Yeah, Stomp is a nice Magic card. I do want to try my red-green aggro loam deck again this week as well, but I have to figure out what I want to add from the new set. I think Valakut Awakening. I think this card wants to be in there. Oh, I think I won. I think we're on concession lockup. So the 16 Stone Rain deck can win a match, I believe. Yeah, there we go. 2-0, no less. 2-0. Oh, on the draw. Yikes! Definitely gotta ship this one. Opponent mults to 6. Good, good. This hand is very good. We finally got turn 2 bust. And you know what we always say? It's actually boom, but... so we'll keep this and ship the... Guess I should make sure I have 3 lands. So we're going to lead on the Valakut Awakening, which I guess means I'm not going to be playing this Mana Tithe on curve. So I'm not going to be disrupting their turn 1 or 2. So we got to get a little lucky there. Hopefully they don't play to the board too quickly. One second. Well, it's my opponent's turn. Alrighty, the Relic of what? And they also have us Cascading Cataracts. Well, this guarantees to be interesting. Valakut Stoneforge. Pass the turn. If I can make it to 3 mana without getting... Oh, no. Wait, they've got double colorless here. So I assume they're not going to be able to play anything. Cool. So this means I get ahead of them on the land destruction game. Boom, baby! Floats the 1. Oh, they're going to cycle their relic. That's fair. I suppose. If you must. Yeah, sure. No, my boom bust that I couldn't flash back with the Goblin Dark-Dwellers. No. Alright, I guess they want to make sure that they are able to draw a number of lands. Uh-oh. That thing dodges. No. Wait, they're going to play something? Oh, no! It's a mirror! Oh, my hand is not good for this. Oh, boy. I wonder if I should have just started sandbagging lands with only the Cataracts in play. Cleansing Wild. They're ramping. Okay, so they're playing Cleansing Wildfire in their deck. Huh. Interesting matchup here in the 1 and 2 bracket. They're ramping more. God, that's so good. They get to ramp and draw a card. It's the best ramp and growth ever. I wonder if this deck should be playing that. It's an interesting. Jeez! Nice hand. Yeah, I'm done here. Well, that was unfortunate. I think we are going to be at a distinct disadvantage in this matchup. I don't really know what I'm basing that on. It just... I feel like that has to be the case. I guess I bring in Suppression Field and Ghostly Prison because since they're cards my deck wants to be playing, stands to reason that my opponent being completely unable to remove them is pretty good. For the record, I don't know that conceding there was actually particularly correct on my side. I was just annoyed by the way that opening went, and didn't feel like sticking with that game after they had the triple wildfire. I like to play first. Yes, please. Flagstones, Boom Bust, Sunbaked. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. I mean, I still haven't found what I'm looking for, but it's actually almost... This is pretty much an ideal hand. Ah, Rob Alexander. You and your gorgeous art. Opponent did not have the Caverns. So let's hope they don't have the Mana Tithe. Flagstone's great. So... On the plus side, I have a good sequence of lands for this game. Just hopefully they don't have a sort of ideal draw themselves. So they're gonna have the Cleansing Wildfire on there. Oh, they have a Boom. God, that sucks. Yeah. Because I led on the yeah. Because I led on the Sacred Foundry. Well, could be worse. Could be better, but it could be worse. So let's hit them with a Boom. Nope. I'm good. I don't feel like shocking myself for no reason. And I have enough red mana. That was the concern I was moving towards. First thing they do is Relic Me. What is that? Does that mean anything? No, it doesn't. Okay, good to know. Inspiring Vantage. Let's just play It doesn't really matter. Because I have 2 lands that are vulnerable to semi-vulnerable, let's say. Get out of here. Boop. Sure, put your red. Cycles the relic. Time to win this game by playing the first threat. Let's see if they have removal. Boop. Magus. What's up, House of Mana? So Valakut Awakening I can play at instant speed, which is kind of hot. I'm going to do that, but first we're going to play... Let's play the Sunbaked Canyon out, because that'll cycle later on, if I need it to. That's awkward. Yep. Yep. That's frustrating. Wait. Okay, so I did leave in the Suppression Field. So, but even if it was to play the get-in, they get to keep 3 lands. So, I guess we're just going to Valakut Awakening again next turn. So, let's yield through this turn. I need to find Goblin Dark-Dwellers, but it's really not going to matter, because by the time I play them, they're just going to have had this Nihiri in play for too many turns. Shoot. They're playing Wrath of God. So they're playing a lot closer to Sun and Moon with some land destruction in it, Boom Bust and Cleansing Wildfire. I think they're playing a lot more of a mid-range deck. Okay, that's the whole thing. The triple Cascading Cataracts too. Okay. Think we're screwed. My opponent is playing the slightly larger version of our deck, and we're definitely not gonna be able to make it, I think. What do you got? Liquid Metal Coating, sure. So we'll draw a card. Valakut Awakening. We have a Goblin Dark-Dwellers, but I don't have a Stone Rain to even flash back with them. So I think we're just donezo here. Yeah, we're just going to fold to their Liquid Metal Coating. Well, that was unfortunate. But it's good to see the red-white mid-range land destruction deck win. I wasn't the one playing it, but, you know, they did win. It's 50-50 in the mirror. I mean, that ain't not bad. Hey, Larynx Punchworthy. You're just in time to see us flame out into the fifth match of red-white land destruction. At which point I'm probably gonna cut my losses, go make myself a lemon almond soda, play some Paper Mario, the Origami King. Mill. This could be okay, we'll see. Oh shoot, I should have played the Inspiring Vantage. It would be less suspicious. Although, it's not too many people who are thinking that the card I'm going to play is Mana Tithe. They're probably more likely to think that it's going to be Lightning Bolt. Perfect. They thought probably that I was holding the bolt for the crab, but that was not the case. Suppression Field, definitely useful here at minimum, because if they're playing crab, they definitely want to be playing fetch lands. Also, they're playing Mikokoro, Center of the Sea, so they want to activate that. That's more expensive as well. Mikokoro is a card you don't usually see outside of taking turns, so whoa! Surgical Mana Tithe, that's aggressive. You got him. Mana Tithe is really a lot less useful once they've seen the first one, so that, okay, that was a whole thing that just happened there. Oh, I see. Let's see. So let's take them off their blue, if that's at all possible. Mikokoro is to beat the mill hate, I think, like Eldrazi's Shuffle triggers and Gaia's Blessing, along with Nexus of Fate. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, that's not going to work out for you. Yeah. Doesn't really matter which one of these I kill first. Used to play Mikokoro and Adnaz. It was MVP. Really? That does not seem expected. Cataracts. Yeah, let's go. Knock down the swamp. Bonk. Magus. Your Magus is cooked. Hopefully mine isn't. God damn. The Tabernacle's disciples channel the emanations from Pendrell Vale, spreading its paradoxical demand to be both worshipped and left alone. Time Spiral block. Time Spiral Remastered's coming up, baby. Did I create a thing? No. Article. Did I? No, I didn't. I should do that. I've been published by faithlessbrewing.cam. They've got their own URL now. But that I mean they've got their own website now. Hold on. And I think yeah, it does take us a long time to win usually. So I don't like even good matchups like the Soul Sisters matchup, like that was clearly like a good match or a good matchup for us, and it still was like it just feels strange to win the game so slowly once you've won the game. Whereas like when I play the aggro loam deck that I created, that deck wins a lot faster than this one. I wonder if we could play Naya aggro loam with the Flagstones and Well, I didn't lose my connection to Magic Online, so that's good. Okay, so I didn't lose my connection to Magic Online, and apparently I didn't lose my connection to you guys either. Okay, so Gemstone Caverns in. Suppression Field. I feel like Boil is overkill. Ghostly Prison out. There we go. Take out Oust, bring in Bolts, because we want to kill the crabs ASAP. I guess this seems okay. Boil is sus against Mill. That's what I figured. Like we said, like in that game they had almost entirely non-basics and a swamp. So they just have like a high non-basic count. They'll probably be playing the hideaway land, so it's probably not particularly worth it. That said, oops. So there we go. Okay, so I think we're good with this. I could bring in like Trinisphere because of things like Archive Trap. I could bring in like Defense Grid because they have some instant speed mill, but by and large I don't think that's very important. So we're gonna ride like this. Ride or die, baby. Ride or die. Alright, how's my hand? It's good. Not great, but it's good. Need to hit our third land. Double Oust is kind of sus, but Visions of Beyond again. I don't even know if they're playing crab. This might be some weird brew version of mill. Okay, well there's the third land we needed. We do need another red in case we pick up a pillage, but we will cross that bridge when we come to it. Straight up plays the Watery Grave, huh? Okay. Do I just want to play the Suppression Field here, or do I want to leave up Mana Tithe? I feel like I want to leave up Mana Tithe. Nikokoro. Glimpse. Okay. Sure. That's a good card to sneak through. So there's my second red for when I need it. Let's take out their black mana. Boop. 2 pillage, 1 stone rain, boom bust. Yeah. Damn. Mesmer Orb. Okay. Kill that with pillage. I can kill that with pillage. Obviously not this turn, but Molten Rain. Not what I was looking for. Valakut Stoneforge. Let's play the Suppression Field. maybe not worth getting milled to play the Suppression Field, but I feel like it has, I don't know, it does stuff without you knowing. If you can get it down, it's probably worth it most of the time. Fraying Sanity. Yikes. Yeah. Oh boy. So now we're getting milled a lot this turn. Alright, until I can find a Pillage to get rid of this Mesmeric Orb, I really don't want to play much, but it's probably not really going to be in my control soon. Put into the graveyard from anywhere this turn. It includes playing cards from your hand. It's literally everything. Dude. No. But at end of turn, I'm going to mill 1 for that. And then on my turn, I'm going to mill 1 for Inspiring Vantage, and then I'm going to mill 1 for the Fraying Sanity. So I'm pretty sure I'm screwed here. I just have to draw a Pillage really soon. The plus, and now I've milled 2. Yeah, it's just all luck from here. It's all luck anyway. Yeah, let's take their mana down 1 more, especially because I have a Mana Tithe. Of course, I get milled 1 for this, and then milled 6 for it, so yikes. I don't need more mana, so just pass here. Field. Alright, they can't activate it right now, which is good. Haven't milled any more Pillages, also good. Okay, don't need to play that. It looks like they're not playing crabs at all, but no, I've milled 1 of their crabs. Okay, so this is the pretty stock list. They just haven't been drawing the crabs. Oh, friend, you can't do that. So they must have an archive trap. Or they just want their black mana. Dark Sanctuary's tapped. Okay. Well, if I can kill that, I should do. And ooh, okay. That's better than what I was expecting to get to do. Good, good. Still gonna mill 1 at this end step, but that's okay. Let's play the Foundry. Pass the turn. I guess I don't need to draw cards there, but so it's 4 mana for them to Field of Ruin. Oh no. Well, they probably don't have a land in their hand. They do not. Good. Wait, have I hit any of my Goblin Dark-Dwellers also? 1. Just the 1. Alright, so I should still be able to win this game. Let's oust the crab. Get out of here, you little nerd. Shoot. Yeah. Skedaddle. Get out of here, crab face. So they have 1 opportunity to draw land here. And then another one here. I'm on 11 cards in library though. I gotta top deck the Dark-Dwellers pretty soon. If I draw a Magus of the Tabernacle, it's not gonna do it quickly enough. On the plus side, the only way they can kill is Bloodchief's Thirst kicked, which it's really not too likely, so. Bye, crab. Boop. We're holding on. We're not holding on. We're dying. Why are we dying? Alright, because this archetype is risque, let's say. Ooh, 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 crab! More crabs. Crab people. Alright, Goblin Dark-Dweller. Bang! I mean, another Pillage is not the worst, but playing the Pillage means I get milled. So it's almost not worth doing. Playing the Oust is even kind of sketch. Can we... Okay, didn't mill the Dark-Dwellers. I need to draw a Goblin Dark-Dwellers. Crab people, crab people. Uh-oh. I was like, they're going to hardcast the Archive Trap, but then I had the Mana Tithe. And they just drew and play a Watery Grave. Their top card right now is a crab. Okay, well, I can get in here. So let's do that. Oh, this is going to kill me, isn't it? Because I'm going to have 3 cards hit the graveyard. Yeah, I can't do that. Alright, boom, baby. Which, if I do it right, won't put any... Well, it'll put 1 card in my graveyard. Shoot. Yeah, that murders us. Oh, I figured it out, friend. But thank you. I appreciate. Shit. All right, so yeah, we definitely can't win if we definitely can't win if we played the bust, because that was going to get us milled for 4. So looks like we're likely going to be going to game 3 here, but that's okay. Okay. So let's play this Pillage, get rid of their black mana. And I think we're officially... Yeah, we're officially unable to win this game. Even if we play the Goblin Dark-Dwellers, literally next turn, we don't have enough cards left in our library to make it through. We didn't mill it, though. It is still in the deck. Clock saving time. I mean, we've got 18 more minutes on this match, so I'm just going to draw the next card. Let's see where it is in the deck. Scoop or F6 everything. No, I'm sticking in this game for no reason, and then we're just going to scoop. But I just wanted to see if it was like the next card. We'll see which of the last 2 is the final Dark-Dweller in a second here. Yeah, if we were going like maximize game theory, we would have scooped probably 2 turns ago. Magus and Dark-Dwellers are the 2 last cards. Yikes. Yeah. Am I happy with the setup? Yeah. I'm glad I had as many ousts and stuff as I do, because they are playing the 8 crabs. We just got kind of lucky where they didn't seem to be drawing them. I do wonder if I should just have some defense grids in for this matchup, but I think I'm happy with this as is. Yeah. We just have to hit them hard with land destruction and not get messed up by Mesmeric Orb. Defense grid doesn't help against Mesmeric Orb. I mean, nothing on our sideboard does, so I don't think that there's any particular reason to do that. Yeah. Yeah. No, grid is not particularly useful. I was just trying to think about like possibilities in sideboard cards that maybe I hadn't considered. Like, again, Trinisphere is like one of those things where it's like, oh, it's gonna make their surgicals and their archive traps like more awkward, but this is just not a particularly good matchup, so I think that's just where we're gonna be. Yeah, this hand is fine on the play. It's nothing to write home about, but it's fine. I think I'm planning on playing this Valakut Awakening, so let's go Vantage, pass the turn. Maybe they respect the Mana Tithe. Shoot. Well, let's see if they F6 through my turn and just get goofed by the Suppression Field. Nope. They shock it, so they are okay. Womp womp. Well, hopefully they have another fetch in their hand, which is the reason they would have sequenced that way. Because we're gonna get to pillage their water grave. If they have another fetch, they're gonna be a little bit. Oh shoot. Up a creek. Okay, well they're not playing Glimpse the Unthinkable with that, so that's nice. Use Lightning Bolt, Stone Rain, and Boom Bust. Oh no, I don't want to pillage that. I want to pillage your lands, damn it. Well, Oust is a good draw. My mind just broke Mana Tithe. What if it was Phyrexian White? You mean mental misstep? Basically? What if there was a mental misstep, but you know white? That would make white playable. Alright, well, here's hoping they don't have any kind of counter magic, because here goes the Watery Grave. Days, but no cost. Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, I get you, but like, that's insane. That's so broken in half, it's not even funny. It's a little funny. It's funny to think about. Another Molten Rain. Or another Stone Rain effect. I wonder if I should just oust this turn. Because I'm going to destroy their blue mana on one of the next turns. And they don't have another land in their hand, so if they top deck a land... Sorry, if they fail to top deck a land right now, we're in incredible shape. Okay, good. We got another Mana Tithe. That's good stuff. Bustin' makes me feel good. That was them drawing the crab. Yeah, they would. I don't know that that's how that would go down, but it's certainly what it feels like at this point. Is like they would print Mana Tithe for Phyrexian White, and then they would be like, wait, Wizards feedback. We were being told we had to make white better, so we did. You guys saying you liked having like the idea of having mana leak in white, right? Isn't that what you guys said? I'm pretty sure that's what you all were saying. I think you don't know what you're talking about. I think Combo Winter was fine. and so is Mana Leak in white. Ravages of War in Standard? Is that what you're saying? That's just straight up get him, right? I'm not wrong. They made it! Oh no, here comes the crab. But then they're gonna have to pay 1 mana for it every turn, so... I'm in for it. I'm here for it. Portal 3's getting, yeah. Yeah. So do they play the crab here? They do. Okay. Yeah, I could have double Mana Tithed it, but I think I'm better served by not. Because this ties up one of their mana every turn, which makes my next Mana Tithe more effective. And they can't fetch right now, so crab without fetches, it's not as intimidating at all. Like, I suppose next turn what they could do is pay for the fetch, and then pay for the crab, but that's still like... If it was the 0-3 crab, I'd be tempted to tithe. Since it blocks Magus. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That would have been a different variable. They have not milled the Dark-Dwellers yet? They have not. Good. Boom, baby. That's what we're looking for. Oof. Show me potato salad. Do I want to shock them? Post-combat, maybe. Because they have... I've got 2 Molten Rains. They've got 2 blues. So the question is, like, is it there more value in cutting off their colors or hitting them for 2? It's probably more value in cutting off their colors. I just think maybe it was worth debating for a half second. And by worth, I mean, like, obviously not worth. Like, it's pretty clearly better. I just, No, pay the colors. Or not. They must have the Mesmeric Orb here. Oh, or the Scoop. Cool, so we managed to beat Mill. So we beat Mill and we beat Soul Sisters. So I definitely think the Naya / any kind of green-white Titan deck is going to be your nightmare matchup for this deck, because they are playing Flagstones of Trokair, which is super difficult for this deck to beat. In addition to the fact that they're just playing like a non-stop ramp deck. They're playing like basically as many ramp sources plus as you are Stone Rains. So Mill is tier 1. Yeah, Mill's definitely tier 1. No, I mean, I don't feel bad about it. I'm just, like... It's not surprising because they are, like, a low land count aggressive deck. Like, it's... I'll get to brewing on the Abzan deck. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. So, definitely sometime later this week, I'm going to come back and play some Abzan Lantern. This was fun. It beat a creature-only deck that had, like, no interaction for our enchantments. We had like a reasonable run against the Titan deck. The biggest problem with this deck by far, obviously, is the clock, is the ability to close out games. But the density of land destruction effects is, in fact, high enough that in most circumstances you can keep your opponent on low to no resources and buy the time to get to your win condition. I think the biggest problem is just the fact that like humans beat us. I don't know if that's overall a good or bad matchup. They certainly had like a really, really strong game, one where they had like double Hierarch plus their Champion of the Parish when we didn't have a removal spell for the second champion. So I think something like Anger of the Gods would not go amiss in the sideboard. But I just really like that card in these kind of decks. And something like the Leyline of Sanctity for playing against things like the Belcher deck might be useful. But I'm not sure exactly how you want to tweak this. I do know that Ice 9 did get a 5-0 within the last little while, so that'll show up in one of the dumps with, I believe, exactly this list. So there's definitely a good chunk of the metagame which this is able to prey on very effectively. But it is very, very much like an 80-20 deck in a whole bunch of, like, I would say, popular matchups. We didn't play against any Uro piles. I would guess that's a pretty coin flippy matchup because, like, it's pretty easy for them to have, like, a mana leak and an Uro, and they're playing, like, 28 lands plus usually a little bit of ramp, so, and counter magic. But it is possible if you are a skilled pilot who mulligans reasonably well, you could definitely take that matchup. Anywho, I am out of here for today. Sorry about all the problems with stream skipping and disconnecting and stuff like that. I'm going to try to get back to more regular streaming. This will be up on my YouTube, and if you're watching this on my YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and check out some of my other videos, and I will be back later on this week. Lots of love. Take care of yourselves, your friends, your family, and we'll see you real soon. And you can hear more of my thoughts and brews on the Serum Visions podcast, which you can find on Podbean or